is a little more exciting pattern. I'm going to reproduce this. I'm going to call them dots like I did down here, even though they're drawn as squares. All right, I'm going to do my best to draw that picture. Wish me luck. So we have to consider which stage we're at. So in stage 1, it was like that, right? Yep. Stage 2 looked like that. Yep. And stage 3 I think looked like that. Yep. And then we're counting dots. So here I count 2. Here I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I count 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, so I'm just going to jump right into my spreadsheet and see what happens. And then I'm going to come back here and think about it. So let's go over to that spreadsheet again. And I'll reshare this spreadsheet with anybody that wants to check it out in just a sec. So this is set 3. And we're considering the stage versus the dots. And all I know so far is I have 1, 2, 3 stages. And I have 2, 6, I believe it was 12 dots. Yep. All right. So I wrote that down in my table. And then I'm gonna try to do one of the tricks I did earlier. So remember, my first trick earlier was just to highlight these 3 and say, hey, computer, what's the pattern? Whoa, what the heck? What is this magical nonsense here? There can't be 0.66 dots. There's either a dot or there isn't. What the heck happened there? That is bizarro. All right, so either I messed up the spreadsheet or the spreadsheet messed up, or we each have a different idea as to what to do. Okay, stage 4, what would I expect to see? Well, let's see, they got taller and wider each time, right? So this was 1 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide. This one, I guess, is going to be 4 wide. This was 2, 3, 4. So this one's going to have to be 5 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, I see a pattern. By writing it down and thinking out loud. I find talking out loud is sometimes helpful. It can be annoying to the people around you, though. I don't feel like counting these, but I can see it is 4 by 5 grid. And so there has to be 20 dots there. The computer predicted that there were 16.67. That's crazy. Here's the deal on what the computer does when I do that highlight thing. It does one of 2 things. It looks at these numbers and what it does is it tries to make them equidistant from each other. So to get from 2 to 6, that's a jump of 4. From 6 to 4, that is a jump of 6. And so it's trying to kind of average that out. And it's giving me some weird numbers when it tries to straighten that out. So that highlight and fill only works sometimes if the things are the same space. And these aren't the same space apart. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'll show you here. If I use the procedure I used last time, I said to get from here to here, we would add 4. And I'm hoping I add 4 again, but you can clearly see this time we add 6. Darn. So that spreadsheet trick I used in the last 3 or 4 examples only works if these have the same number here and here and onward. But then it keeps getting bigger, right? Here we're plus 8. Oh, 4, 6, 8. I bet the next one's plus 10. Okay, we can check that out later. So this kind of gets to that next pattern. How do I tell it to add 4 and then 6 and then 8? Oh, that's tricky. How do we do that? So my first method of using the spreadsheet didn't work. My second method, I have no idea how to do that off the top of my head. So now I just got to keep playing around on paper, trying to figure out what to do. And the idea that just hit me when I was drawing this right here was that I didn't feel like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, counting like that. Instead, I just say, hey, this is 4 by 5. Okay, well, that means this one right here, I could say, well, isn't that one right there 3 by 4? And this one right here, I could say that's 2 by 3. And this one right here is 1 by 2. And I'm just going to draw this in a different way if you're not quite seeing what I'm saying yet. If I draw my table this way and get the dots out of the picture, the physical dots there, I saw stage 1 as a 1 by 2 group of dots, and I saw stage 2 as a 2 by 3 group of dots, and I saw stage 3 as a 3 by 4 group of dots. Stage 4 would have to be a 4 by 5 group of dots. What would stage 10 be? Well, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. It's got to be 10 by 11. Have to be 10 by 11, right? It's take the number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be your width here, and then add 1 to get the height. So 10 times 10 plus 1. 10 times 10 plus 1. No, that's not right. 10 times 10 plus 1. Parentheses matter. It was me, wasn't it? Parentheses matter. And this, I can tell the spreadsheet how to do. So I'm going to do that and leave you to finish up, explain what we're going to do next time, and we're almost done for the day. All right, so to continue this pattern, I'm going to have to use the stage number. So for example, the fourth stage, I saw 4 times 5, and I could just type equals 4 times 5. But the deal is I already have the 4 sitting right there, so I don't want to retype it. So I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go equals, take the 4, which is in that cell there, and then multiply by parentheses that same 4, but plus 1. That should give me the 20. I'm going to do that for stage 3. Instead of typing a 12, I'm going to delete it. Equals, take whatever the stage is, and then multiply parentheses that same stage plus 1. So what I'm doing is just describing what I saw, but in spreadsheet talk. I'm explaining to the spreadsheet. Okay. Do you have to know how to do this? The answer is no. But when you graduate from college, if you say, hey, I'm a master of spreadsheets, that might get your foot in the door. And then I can just continue that pattern by dragging a single version of it down as far as I want. Oh, why is it zeros? Because it's looking for a number there. So if I put a 5 there or a 10 there, it'll then make the right calculation for me. All right, 10 times 11 is 110. 20th stage, that'd be 20 times 21, should be 420. So it's just going to automatically calculate based on the formula. Because the formula is saying, hey, take whatever number's there and then multiply it by it plus 1. What's there? Nothing. Computer thinks nothing is 0. All right, fun with spreadsheets, fun with patterns. Hopefully I set you on your way to finishing this lesson with maybe 100% or pretty darn close to it. Hey, it's me again.